Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the What Was That podcast. I'm Jazzy.
And I'm Addi.
I've been spending a lot of time in the gym lately because I have signed up for a 5K.
Oh, you like running?
No, not at all, actually. But I'm in desperate need of endorphins because the world feels like it's on fire.
That's because it is.
And I need to feel alive somehow.
Endorphins are good, though. Legally Blonde has taught me two things. One, exercise always gives you endorphins, and happy people just don't shoot their husbands.
Okay, so if you couldn't tell from that super good intro, where honestly I just wanted to use that quote from Legally Blonde, this episode is about some spooky encounters when you're trying to get your shit together. You're manifesting. You're going to the gym. You're trying to be a better person.
So maybe aggressive.
Pump it up.
No, I can't do that right now.
I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. If you don't get it, just listen. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Gym bros, or gym ghosts, as I like to say. GTL, baby, GTL. Oh, ghosts can't tan or do laundry, though.
No, they've got the one ghost outfit.
Do you think they wear the same?
They have to. It's their ghost outfit.
Then I get to, pick clothes? They're in, this other world. You don't think that they could just kind of pick clothes from their memories and put...
Not if they're haunting. I feel like they get the one outfit.
That you died in?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I've never been a ghost, but these are the rules that I've heard.
I guess. Yeah. That makes sense. Story 1.
My sleep paralysis demon told me to lock in on life.
Huh?
This happened about 6 months ago. Basically, I had a sleep paralysis episode after waking up from a nightmare, and my sleep paralysis demon said to me, and I quote,
"You know what, bro? I'm not even gonna fuck around with you today. I deadass need you to start focusing on life, and it's actually embarrassing to me how bad you're doing."
I was failing school at the time, but I graduated, and 3 months after, my sleep paralysis demon came back and said he was proud of me and that he wouldn't bother me until I start failing again, which hasn't been since.
He was like, "Get your shit together. I'm not gonna fuck around anymore."
The other demons are making fun of me.
It's like the hormone monster, except it's a sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
He's like, "I got all of these other guys talking to me about how I can't even scare you because all you do is dream about how you're failing school. You know what? We're done with that. Get your shit together, or I'm gonna have to come and beat you up every night.
Deal with it. These are your consequences."
I dead ass need you to start focusing on life. It's embarrassing.
It's so funny.
Dude, I could not even imagine having a sleep paralysis demon that just came in and roasted my ass while I'm sleeping. That's the one place that you get to kind of put your anxiety voices away. Mm-hmm. Well, at least for other people, but I have constant nightmares. So
much for that.
Yeah, but for normal people, having a sleep paralysis demon that just shows up and they're like, "Hey, you fucking suck."
Yeah.
How about that? You're embarrassing not only to yourself, but to me. Yeah. And I don't exist.
You're fucking up so bad
that a fucking sleep paralysis demon is embarrassed of you.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'm glad you got it together because it sounds like whatever you were doing was really embarrassing. So yay for growth and becoming a better person.
Yeah, yay, snaps.
As I clap.
That's okay, both of them were silent, so it's fine.
A lot of the comments are like, "I don't even care if this is fake. This is hilarious."
Yeah, well, a sleep paralysis demon absolutely did not say that.
No.
A figment of your imagination did. Which is obviously a stress dream.
Yes.
Because you were not doing so good. There was a part of you that went into a different figure and roasted yourself. You roasted yourself.
Yeah. There's one comment that says, send bro over to me because I need to lock in for real.
On God.
This person's me first. I need a mansion.
That is so funny. There's so many comments. People really liked this story.
It's absolutely hilarious. So this is what Gen Z self-care looks like.
Having a sleep paralysis demon say,
You're lock
fucking
the fuck
embarrassing. Lock in. Dead ass.
Literally.
It's actually like a Gen Z ghost that's been living in this
we've
house.
been waiting for those Gen Z ghosts. They're always Victorian.
We've been waiting for Gen Z bosses. That's what we need. Me.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Story 2. Haunted Gym. Haunted. I'm like imagining like a ghost Jim Halpert.
Yeah. As soon as you paused, I was like, she's thinking Jim Halpert.
Haunted Gym Halpert. So I've been working at a gym for a little over 8 years, and it's a well-known worldwide company. Our franchise includes 6 gyms, including the one where I work. And for the first 3 years at the company, I was part-time housekeeping crew that would leave before our closing at 12 a.m. There would always be 2 people closing the entire gym. There are 2 levels and numerous rooms that would need to be checked to make sure nobody was still within the building. Their duties mainly consisted of turning on televisions, checking locker rooms, and ensuring the gym was ready for our reopening at 4 a.m. Once they checked to make sure everyone was out, an alarm was set and there was a countdown of 30 to 40 seconds before the security alarm was set and they needed to get out. My first ever closing, which was my first paranormal experience since I started, happened when our usual closer couldn't make his shift. Myself and our front desk manager, along with our other cleaning guy, were the only ones working that night. I had the task of turning off all the televisions and making sure everyone on the second level was gone while the manager, Rose, closed the cash register and made sure all the front desk duties were completed. At this point, when I came downstairs, Rose was hurrying the last of the people out. There was one other guy in the left locker room and the cleaning guy, Jose, waiting by the front desk, and I told him he could go home at that point. When Rose walked out with the last guy from the locker room in front of her, she asked if I thought everyone was gone, and as I was scanning around, I caught sight of a guy walking in front of a mirror, situated in the corner of the deadlift area. I could see him clear as day. He had a red tank on and dark brown hair. I told Rose that there was one guy left, so we proceeded to walk back, she going one way and me going the other, to cut him off on either direction. There was no way he could have gotten past us without us seeing him. We checked everywhere and could not find him. Rose swore she only saw a shadow, and I saw him clear as day. It gave me chills when I realized what I saw, and I never forgot about it. Since then, there have been so many other occurrences that nobody can explain. Our kids' club area is haunted. Some of the little ones claim to speak or see a small boy when the kids' area first opens around 8:30 a.m. Our cardio cinema is also creepy. It's basically like a movie theater, except with exercise equipment. People often see shadows and machines will go off randomly for no reason. It's an overall feeling of dread in there. I used to hate going in to gather the trash and would often hurry. Some members that I knew personally would share that they will often prop the door open to make it less scary to them. I eventually moved to closing at midnight, and even though I did housekeeping, I also managed to perform some of the closing duties except cashing out the drawer at the end of the night. Depending on who I worked with, we would often shut the lights and sit there for a few minutes to see if anything would happen. Usually, it would just be weights clinking in the freeway area or the automatic towel dispenser going off. Whispers would be heard and even the sounds of sneakers on the rubberized floors. Sorry that this is so long and it's been so much going on. Now we are open 24 hours and I work front desk exclusively. We are set to renovate, so we will have 15,000 square feet of space to work with. Maybe the spirits will stir up more activity or maybe not. There are numerous staff members and club members that have had experiences over the years alone. I will try to do my own little investigation now that I work overnight in certain times. There are hardly any members here in the building. it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Okay, my first thought of the cardio cinema, I already have dread about cardio.
Yeah.
So imagine you're going into this room and then you just feel the overwhelming sense of dread and you're like, man, I really hate cardio. No, it's haunted.
You're just gaslighting yourself the whole time. No, now you can start using that as an excuse of why you don't like it. Because of the
overwhelming sense of dread.
Yeah, I just can't because the ghosts are there and they're watching me the whole time.
Yep.
That's I wonder what ghost would be in a gym.
I wonder if it was anything else or if it's like Chet.
Did he like die
Yeah.
in the gym?
Yeah.
He was what's it called? Bench pressing. I don't work out, obviously. Bench pressing and you drop the bar.
Yeah, the Lunk Alarm was going off.
Oh my! It scared him.
Yeah.
And he dropped it.
Yeah.
Chet, what are you doing at the gym, Chet?
Poor guy. Well, yeah,
You can't
he's in
be
a red
stuck
tank
there.
top.
That's his favorite place to be.
He's like,
GTO,
this could be worse.
baby,
This could be worse.
There is I've been watching Bad Girls Club while I've been recovering, and one of the girls in one of the seasons I was watching got GTL tattooed inside of her lip.
What year was that? Because honestly, for the time, iconic behavior.
It was probably like 2012 or so.
Yeah.
Prime Jersey Shore.
Iconic.
Yeah.
I would have been jealous at the time. Now I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. It was interesting stuff. But anyway.
So, yay, modern ghosts.
Yeah, I guess. But I would hate working. First of all, I would hate working anywhere overnight. I've heard so many horror stories, not horror, but ghost stories of people who work at places overnight. I personally could not do it. Yeah. I don't, unless like I'm with a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't feel like overnight.
Night. Yeah. But if I was like by myself or just with one other person, I would feel pretty uncomfortable to be working by myself overnight.
Our office used to have an overnight guy.
Who came in and worked?
Yeah, it was Brett for a little bit, and then it was Taylor, and then I don't know why they got rid of the overnighter. Huh. But I'm glad because eventually that would have been me, and I don't know, liked that.
No. Can you imagine working at the office overnight by yourself?
I've done it.
Overnight?
Yeah. Because I went into the office because I was like, I'll only be here for a little bit. So I was there overnight. And then I was like, I'm going home now. It was weird and creepy.
Yeah. At this office?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
The old office was creepy too, though.
I feel like the old office probably would have been creepier.
It is creepier.
Bigger.
Well, there's a lot of sounds that happened, and then there's like the ghost lore anyway.
Because it's an old building. Yeah.
There's a lot of shadows and pockets to hide in.
Anyway.
So crazy. Wow.
I think it's funny that a ghost would go up and set off the paper towel dispenser. It was just like,
yeah. That's what I'm imagining. It's just like a Chet type ghost who's just like in his favorite place, having the best time. He's like, I love this. Who's gonna stop me?
Nobody's gonna even know that I'm here.
Yeah. He's having fun.
You know what I think of with this story is, what if you were in a sauna, like a wet sauna?
Oh, yeah.
And then you saw a person in the wet sauna, and then you go over to look at it. I'm sure there's a scene in a movie because I feel like I'm imagining it so well.
And it's like...
Yeah, and you get close to it, and it's actually not a person. There's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really scary.
See, I would be able to lean on the fact that I can't see shit because you can't go into a sauna with your contacts.
Yeah, but
or
you would
your
still
glasses.
see like blobs, so it would be even scarier because you would see an outline of a person, but you could not see what at all, even close what it was.
I just sit in the sauna like this. Not looking at anything. I can't see.
I don't sit in wet saunas anyway. Dry saunas only for me.
I like the vapor caves. Have you been to those?
Mm-mm.
They're in... And you like go down into a cave and it's really warm in there. And they have these, like, spouts of cold water to, like, pour on yourself if you start to get too hot. They say only stay down there, like, 15 minutes at a time and then come up.
Yeah.
But it was very, like, relaxing and, like, clearing of the sinuses. I feel like if you hate hot, humid rooms, don't do it. But
yeah, I do. Yeah. There is a place in Dallas that I've never gone to and I want to go to so bad. And my friends go all the time.
Yeah.
Like, all the time. They go a lot.
They're there every day.
No, they go like once every like 4 months or something. But it is something that they do pretty regularly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's called Spa Castle.
Okay, you've told me about this.
Yes, I want to go. We need to go to Texas together. Okay. Like, you just got to go down with me, but we need to spend a whole day at Spa Castle because you get a little bracelet. You can get drinks brought to you all day.
Cute.
You go to all these different... I'll show you a little picture. Spa Castle. So they have, like, baths, like, so many hot tubs, pools, saunas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be, like, a spa person. You know,
I would. You know how much? Yep. I would love to.
I don't have a spa person paycheck, so if someone would like to sponsor my dreams, you can email us.
Follow us, subscribe, like, share, comment, get us monetized. So
we're so close to 50 followers on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
So get us to 50 and then get us to 50 million, baby.
And then,
And then we'll all go to the spa because we'll have a bajinity dollars.
Exactly. And we'll buy all of our followers.
Yeah.
This is going to come back to, like, if we ever did make it, it's going to come back to bite us. People are going to be like, you said if we got you.
Yeah.
We will give everyone one spa day.
One spa day
if we get to 1 million followers and $1 million.
Yeah, if we each have $1 million.
Wait, no, we can't do that because that's $1 a person.
Story 3. My gym is haunted. A little description of the gym first. The building my gym is in has been around for a few decades, I think, but it's by no means old, really. It used to be squash courts with a gym upstairs, but now it's just all gym.
Sorry, it's all gym.
It's all gym.
Halbert.
I'm going to have a hard time saying this. The free weights area. R's and W's right next to each other. I almost said free weights.
The free weights
area.
The free weights area is downstairs in what used to be the squash courts.
Yeah. The free weights area downstairs is what used to be the squash court. These rooms are unchanged, so you can still see the diagonal lines where the walls of the court were, etc. The changing room, showers, and pool area are down a short corridor to the right of that area, and the rest of the gym is back down the main corridor and up some wooden stairs. Okay, so it's a gym. So now that's out of the way, there are 3 main incidents which make me think it's haunted, as rational logic doesn't explain them. About 6 months ago, I'd been home for about an hour when I get a call from my boss that there was a door alarm going off at the gym, and she wondered if I could go and check it out. I lived the closest. So I take a look, enter the building, silence the alarm at the reception area, and see that the pool door isn't quite closed. Before I check it out, I go on a sweep of the entire building. I check out all the rooms around reception, nothing. I check upstairs, nothing. Check the ladies' changing room, nothing. I go through the ladies' changing room to the pool and close the door properly. Check all the plant room, nothing. I walk through the men's changing room on my way back to reception, nothing. As I'm walking past, I check the free weights! As I'm walking past, I check the free weights area. Nothing. But on my way down the main corridor, just as I'm turning into the reception area, clear as anything, I hear someone shout from just behind me. I can't remember what it said, but it was just like they were talking to a friend across the room, sort of shouting, nothing aggressive. And out of the corner of my eye, I see a shadow, and I hear the showers in the male changing rooms turn on. So I take off as fast as I can to try to catch the intruders. I make my way all the way down to the pool where everything was as I left it and saw no one. No one could have hidden or gotten past me. It's all too narrow. Evidence number 2. Friday night just gone, my colleagues were closing up. They performed the usual checks of all the areas, and there were no gym members left in the building. So they were turning everything off from the reception area, and they heard it. Voices coming from the corridor and lockers slamming shut in the male changing rooms. They walked down shouting, "Hello?" thinking that maybe they missed someone. It's happened before, gym members are sneaky, but no one is there. They walk back up the corridor as they near reception and they hear the same thing. Again, they check and no one was there. They locked up quickly and left. Evidence number 3. This afternoon, same scenario. I had walked around and checked all the usual areas, made sure all the doors were locked. I tidied up all the weights in the free weights area so that everything was away securely and there were absolutely no members left in the gym. We put the till away. What's a till?
It's a cash register.
Oh, gotcha. I imagined it like farming equipment, like till the soil.
Oh, no, it's like what goes inside of a drawer, or like just the money that's in the drawer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear my throat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. We put the till away in the safe, and then we heard it. Metal clanging from the free weights area. Like someone had just put a load bar down or re-racked some weights.
We whack.
We've heard the sound 1,000 times, so we know exactly what it is when we hear it. It was unmistakable. So we rushed down the corridor. We were already both in the corridor when we heard it, and checked the free weights area. Unsurprisingly, no one is there. The fire doors are shut securely, which can only be done from the inside. There are no weights on the floor anywhere that might suggest they had fallen. We both look at each other and make sure we both heard the same sound, and then quickly left. On the way out, we heard voices again, but didn't bother to check. We knew no one was there. We waited outside to see if the alarm would sound, which would indicate someone was inside. Nothing. So yeah, sorry about the long post, but that's my haunted gym. A little bit about me. Like many here, I'm a scientist and I approach everything with skepticism. But we can't find a rational explanation for any of this. If it was just one person hearing stuff, maybe it's just that, hearing things. But multiple people have heard the same type of stuff coming from the same areas repeatedly. I'm calling Ghostbusters. TLDR, we kept hearing voices, slamming lockers, showers turning on, and the sound of weights slamming around the gym I work at.
Okay, did the last story and this writer work at the same gym?
Okay, so the only reason I think it's not the same gym is because both of these people went into description of the layout of the gym.
Yeah.
And reading those, I was like, I don't care. But as it turns out, there's quite a few haunted gym stories, so...
That's so bizarre. I would never think of a gym as being haunted.
No.
I would never... I guess everywhere can be haunted, but I've just never thought...
You don't think about it.
Gym haunted.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, if I go to a Lifetime, I'm going to think that it's haunted.
I go to Hallmark to pick up a card. Haunted. Or like, actually get that one.
Yeah. They're like blowing them against the wind until one like hits you in the face. I'm like, they need that one.
Yeah. It's perfect.
You hear that in your ear. It's like a whisper in Phasmophobia. Somebody, get that one. She'll hate that. She won't like that one. That would be my biggest cop-out to not go to the gym, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
If it was haunted.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I guess I can't go to the gym anymore.
Darn it. I wonder if people going to that gym ever caught on. Because it's notoriously hard to cancel a gym membership.
Yeah.
Would they make it easier
if they knew it was haunted? Oh,
or would they make it harder? They're like, we need people to keep our haunted gym open.
Sarah goes to a like relatively private gym. I want to ask her if she's noticed anything.
Yeah.
Or she should put her ear to the ground for any ghost stories.
Oh yeah, let us know.
At the gym. But yeah, no, that's going to be the first thing that makes me not want to go to a gym. Thankfully for me, I don't like working out by myself because I feel like people are watching me. I mean, like in a gym. Like other people are there, but I'm working out there by myself.
Yeah.
You know? Then I feel like other people are watching me, but it's different when I'm in a class.
Yeah, in a class, I feel like everyone's focused on the instructor.
Exactly. So I don't really think about other people watching me because I'm in a class with other people who are doing the same thing.
Yeah, I do like a class a lot more. I like being at the gym when there's literally no other person there.
Yeah. See, that would freak me out because what if something happened and then you end up like Chet?
I guess I'll die.
Die
but I'm
in a
also like
gym.
not doing anything. Like,
But you could
I'm on like the treadmill at speed 2.
walking.
High incline, low speed.
Okay, but final destination. What if your hair gets stuck in the... You could fall and your hair gets stuck.
Yeah.
There's so many things that could happen.
Well,
I would be scared.
I guess I would be so pissed if I was a gym ghost. I don't like the gym. I don't want to stay there forever.
And it smells bad, and it's always loud, and it's filled with stinky boys.
Yeah. And I would just like, it's also like, I'm the person who wipes my equipment down before I use it and after I use it.
Yeah.
And I know there's people who just, it's not even a thought in their head.
No, they just don't do anything.
So I'd be a ghost sitting there like,
you're the one that's like with the paper towels.
Yeah,
you're getting paper
I'm gonna
towels.
clean this shit for
so
all
you're
you guys.
trying to like give people paper towels. You're like clean up your machine, wipe it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I couldn't. I'll stick to my Pilates classes.
Yeah, I'll run by there and be like, "You nasty."
While they're on the treadmill, like, what the fuck? Did you hear that? It's just a growl. Did you hear that? No.
That's
and then
so
you're
crazy, and they just leave the treadmill, and then I trip them.
Oh my god! What if it's like a mix of the? So aggressive. I was thinking, what if it's a mix of like the first story and then one of these ghosts, and you're like in the locker room trying to like look at yourself, and they're like, "You're not doing good enough. You're fucking embarrassing, you fat pig."
Yeah, lock in.
Log in. You need to start working out, or you're gonna look weird.
Literally already in my brain. So
Yeah, you're not healthy. You need to be healthy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am working out. I'm trying.
It's hard.
It is hard.
Because I don't like it.
Yeah, no, but people who say they like it, how do you like it?
Yeah. I spent...
Writers. Write in.
Write in. Please write it. I spent an entire summer trying to get a runner's high. Like, I legitimately was, like, running. Hated every second of it.
Yeah.
Never got a runner's high. Never felt better. Every single footstep, I was like, this is fucking... I hate it.
Yeah. How do you like it? I want to know. Like, there are people who are like, I can't go a day without going to the gym. It's my everything. It makes me feel so good. How do you do that?
I can go many days.
I can go years.
Yeah, the rest of my life, I would say.
I haven't been to the gym in probably... Oh, God. What just happened?
Are you hearing yourself in your...
I'm good now. That was so weird.
I, like, heard you in your ear for a second. I was like, what is that talking?
What was I saying? That was weird.
What was that?
A ghost.
My headphones aren't plugged into anything.
Enhance that when you're editing.
Enhance that! Because how did I hear... Was that...
That was weird. That was literally like...
Yeah. And it was, like, in my ear. But I've had... Okay. George?
George is like, hey, you guys are talking about ghosts a lot. Let me give you some insight, baby.
No, I'm, like, gaslighting myself. I was like, did my throat just do something weird?
It could have. Or the chair could have squeaked. I don't know. Huh.
Yeah, it was like...
Okay, what was I saying?
We were talking about how we could go our whole lives without going to the gym.
Oh, it's been a year since I've gone to the gym because I went to those classes like a year ago, and they were just so expensive, and I couldn't commit.
Very expensive.
Yeah,
there's
Pilates,
like a lot they have to pay for, but
Pilates is super expensive, so that's why I'm like, I have to commit to it if I'm gonna pay for it. I gotta get that in my brain. That's what's so hard because I paid for a Fitness membership. I'm gonna out myself. I'm so sorry. I paid for a Planet Fitness membership for probably 3.5 years.
3.5 years? I had you at 1.
Nope.
I had you at 2.
Nope. See, and here's the thing. When I got it, I was traveling around the country, so I thought to myself, if I get the premium membership, I can use it anywhere. I can go in it and shower.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense.
That was my purpose. Then I moved back to where I was living in New Jersey at that time, and I went for a little bit. I was trying to be healthy. I went for a little bit. Then I moved from New Jersey to where we are now. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't, I lost my card, first of all, and I couldn't transfer my membership to the one that I was by.
Oh, lame.
Because I needed to send in a letter or like something. I needed to sell my kidney to do it. Yeah. So I didn't feel like going through that, so I just didn't.
That's fair.
And then I kept forgetting about it, and I'd see it pull $30. God, every month.
And you're like,
think about how much money that is. Story 4. This one is a follow-up to the story that Jasmine just read. So, Haunted Gym, Part 2. I posted a crappy video, which was me trying to capture the voices I could hear, but the phone mic really didn't pick it up very well. It could just be the echoes that sounded like voices anyway, so I deleted it. I'll try and get some better audio tonight. But here's a rundown of things that we can't quite explain, or at least the explanation is a bit loose. 1. The voices in the pool room. In that pool room, myself and almost all of my colleagues have heard voices. You can never tell what's being said. It just sounds like a hushed conversation at the other end of the room. And there's no direction to the sound really, which lends credence to the echo
Okay, I think there might be more of a scientist than I am.
Pareidolia.
Okay.
Pareidolia.
Thank you. But there's no direction to the sound, really, which lends credence to the echo pareidolia theory. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds very smart. That was a good sentence.
Very scientific.
You can't hear it every time, or at least I haven't noticed it every time. It seems to come and go. If it echoes from the noise of the room, very possible, then it would be the same every night, I'd have thought, but still. I've tried debunking it, turning the sound system off in case there's any echoing into the pool room, checking both locker rooms and showers, checking upstairs to see if people are having a conversation that's being carried through the pipes or something. But every time, there isn't anything I can find that explains the voices. I also want to point out here that before I heard them, I had no idea you could hear voices in there. No one had told me about it until I asked them. Usually when I'm in there, I'm just focused on covering the pool up. It isn't a spooky room or anything. It's just a pool. So it's not like I'm trying to hear anything or I'm scared and therefore every sound is a kind of threat. I just hear some voices I couldn't explain. Tried to debunk it, asked my colleagues if they'd ever heard anything, tried to debunk it some more, then did a piss job of filming it. Example 2. Taps turning on by themselves. This is a bit of a ghost classic that can usually be chalked up to bad plumbing. In one of these occurrences, the cleaner was working by herself at night. Ghosts don't haunt in the day, obviously. Filled up a bucket of hot water for mopping, turned the tap off, and went about her business. She's done this hundreds of times. This time, though, after about 5 minutes, she could hear the sound of the taps being run. So she went to the kitchen, and sure enough, the taps were both on full blast. She never turns on both taps, only the hot usually, and she never turns them on full blast because they splash absolutely everywhere. It's very possible she did this herself without realizing. Humans are stupid. In the second of these tap shenanigans, one of my colleagues was doing her final checks and she heard a tap running, different tap. After checking around for a bit, she found that it was a tap in a locked cleaning cupboard. No members were in the building and the cleaner wasn't in yet, so how it had turned on was a bit of a mystery. This tap has never done that before or since. Again, it could just be bad plumbing and water pressure. Example 3. A heavy fire door was slammed shut. My colleague was in the pool plant room, plant machinery, doing the usual checks. The door to this room is a key code entry. It's a heavy fire door in case the plant machinery decides to go boom. And we always prop it open whilst we're in there because we don't believe in fire safety. Whilst he was doing this check and facing the door, it slammed shut. Hard. He emptied his bowels into his pants and left. That's a nice way of putting he shit himself. Now, this door does sometimes slip off the prop and close, but it does so very gently every time. It's a soft closed door, and whenever it does slip off the prop, it never latches because it closes that gently. So this is a very odd thing to happen. Recently, we have had alarm issues with that door in that area too, but that could be unrelated. Example 4. More shadows and noises in the weight area of the gym. This time, a couple members have reported this. In one of these, the member was working out by themselves, and as they had just finished their set, they looked up and saw a shadow go past a doorway in the other room, 2 rooms that are connected by a doorway. They waited for a second to see who it was, thinking it was a staff member about to tell them it was time to finish their workout and leave, but no one was there. They walked around, casually trying to see if anyone was there, and it was empty. There are 3 rooms in this free weights area connected by a corridor and open doorways. This member was in the first room at the beginning of this corridor. You'd have to walk past the large open doorway to this room in order to leave the area for the other rooms.
Like, I don't know where we're at in space.
I'm just like, room, hallway.
My brain
hallway
is like
room.
Sims right now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hallway.
So someone getting past without them being seen is tricky. And also there were no other members in the gym and no staff in that area at the time. In the second of these, a member was resting and strolling around between sets. He likes to walk through all 3 rooms while he rests. He was by himself as it was a bit late at night again, and he heard the sound of weights being put down. This was an unmistakable sound for those that regularly spend time in a gym. Again, no one was there. He walked through all 3 rooms, and no staff were in the area at the time. The third instance was in the locker rooms. A guy was getting changed by himself and heard voices come from the other side of the room. He went around the corner to see what he thought, and someone was talking to him, and all he saw was a locker door swing open gently. He then checked the showers and sauna for his own sanity, but as suspected, he was definitely alone in there. We have heard voices and the sound of lockers opening and closing from the locker room quite a few times now. Usually when we're closing up and 100% no one else is there, we have also heard the sound of weights being dropped despite having just checked the place and it's empty. Sorry for the long post, but at least it wasn't a crappy video this time. I was looking to see if they had the video, but I don't see.
Yeah, what you got there is a Chet type ghost. If I've ever heard one. He's in there lifting his weights.
So this makes me think of when I lived in Michigan, I went to this really, really, really small school in the small town. I'm talking one of the hallways was the high school and the other hallway was the middle school.
Oh, wow.
Type small. Like
Okay.
very, very tiny. 20 people to a class kind of small.
Yeah.
It's super small. But anyway.
Yeah.
It's old. It was a super old school, and in one of the gyms, because they had kind of extended the building to accommodate for more students.
Mm-hmm.
So there was one bigger gym at the end of the long hallway, and then one smaller gym that had been built when the building was first built. So it was super, super old, janky.
Yeah.
And when you go towards the gym, there's 2 hallways that go towards it. You can go in like one door or the other. And then as you're going, it's like one door, and you walk into this tiny hallway that's super dark.
Mm-hmm.
And then another door at the end of the hallway that takes you into the gym.
Okay.
And in those little hallways, there's the boys' locker room and the girls' locker room on each hallway. So they were super spooky.
Yeah.
They were underground, super old, and gross looking.
Yeah.
And everybody would talk about how they were haunted all the time. And there was this kind of, I was in the 7th grade when I went to the school. And the 8th graders who were also in the gym class, because the classes were so small, they combined. Mm-hmm. But they tortured, like hazed the 7th graders going into the gym.
Yeah.
And they set up this thing where, so apparently the history was that a girl died in the locker rooms down there in the shower. She was like abused and sadly, you know? So they took that as part of the lore and kind of sent us on this like wild ghost chase.
Yeah.
And we're like riding on the mirror with lipstick and stuff. And there was this locker that they had like scraped a skull into. Super freaky.
That's wild, yeah.
Super freaky. But that's what that reminds me of. And I actually we did a sleep-in, or essentially for band there, where all the band kids slept at the school overnight.
Yeah.
And I also did a cheer thing there, where we did pretty much the same thing. And both times, we were, like, walking around trying to find ghosts, and we would hear stuff in the, like, weight area and stuff like. It was freaky.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That makes me think of, I may have started a rumor that a school was haunted. It's not. But I was watching my younger sister and some of her friends at the school where, like, the parents were doing whatever, like PTA or whatever. And they were running up and down these stairs, and they're all, like, 10 years younger than I am. And I'm like, they really gotta stop that. Someone's gonna fall and crack their head open. So I was like, hey, actually, there was a kid like way back when who like fell and like hit his head, and he actually died in the stairwell. I know about it because I'm so much older, and you know, the older kids do lock-ins for basketball, and I've stayed at a few of those, so
That's what
I
they're
would
called,
know.
Lock-ins. I was like, what were those called?
And like years later, I heard one of my sister's friends being like, yeah, that stairwell is haunted. And I was like, girl, it's not, but sure.
You carried the lore. Can you imagine? What if... Now I'm thinking about how many ghost stories could be just
an older sister who's just like, sure, yeah, just stop doing that.
Yeah,
actually.
Stop doing that because this place is haunted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I say it's haunted and it's spicy. You wouldn't like it.
Yeah, no, it's spicy. You won't like it.
I say that to Hank all the time.
It's spicy.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste good. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly yep. I really would want to hear the voices because that would be really freaky. Have you seen Night Swim? Pools are freaky.
I haven't.
You haven't seen Night Swim?
I have not seen Night Swim.
Oh, I was asking the OP, but that's crazy that you haven't seen Night Swim.
Yeah, I know I meant to, and then for some reason I didn't.
It's not great.
Okay.
It's silly.
Yeah.
It is literally the most silly, scary movie. Not ever, but it is pretty silly. You watch it and you're like, what? And honestly, the whole movie, I know it was based off of was it based off of Creepypasta or a No Sleep Story? It was based off of something.
Yeah.
Something super, super short.
Yeah.
And made into a full-length movie. It did not need to be a full-length movie.
It could have been like a short.
Yes. I feel like every 10 minutes I was like, is this done yet?
Yeah.
We're doing the same thing. They're swimming in the pool. They're pool demon.
Yeah.
Person die. Okay. Person try to figure out. Oh, they figure out. Oh, no. No demon in pool. Okay.
What they should have done is pitched an extended series. Maybe make it like a 45-minute or if it's long.
Yeah.
But then they do like
segments
several different stories.
All revolving around the one pool?
No.
Okay.
No, it would be like, I guess like Haunting at Hill House, where like each season, but it would be like each episode.
Gotcha.
Is like a different thing.
Yeah. Interesting.
But it's all creepy. Kind of like our podcast, where each episode is a different Reddit story, several different Reddit stories.
A casual plug. And sometimes a research episode every now and then.
All through the thread of us liking to yap.
Yep. And if you would like to hear anything else, let us know, and maybe we'll dive into something else.
Yeah, just talk to us.
Yeah, we want some feedback every now and then.
And like it, only if it's nice. And like and comment and share with your friends.
Anyway, okay. I would hate to be going back to it. I would hate to be changing in a locker room and have a ghost.
Oh yeah, you're so
standing
vulnerable.
over me. Yeah, you're getting balls out in the locker room, you know, and then all of it, can you imagine? You're naked and you hear...
Meat slinging.
And you hear... That's it.
No, what if you hear, oh.
Or you hear, ugh. Words.
Huh.
Oh.
Reasons to not go to a haunted gym. Those ghosts will be roasting you.
I really hope that the thumbnail for this is a ghost version of Jim Halper.
I feel like it has to be.
Okay.
I think I get all the endorphins I need right here on our podcast. Oh, another shameless plug that we're about to dive into.
If you want to level up and boost your joy, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All at everything is mostly at what was that _ the pod at Reddit too, all those.
All of it.
And then email us at what was that .thepod@gmail.com. As Jasmine said earlier, we are so close to 50 subscribers on YouTube. So share with your friends so we can hit that goal, because maybe we'll do something special for 50 followers.
Woo! More than we had at the start.
Yeah, more than our 10.
More than 10.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a pretty good little recording sesh, but now I think I'm going to go back to my 5K training.
Right now? After those stories?
Yeah.
Aren't you worried that... Wait. What was that?